Hundreds of people living on a Brixton estate have been told the water in their homes is not safe to drink. It comes after pipes ruptured at the Loughborough Park Estate, leaving residents without running water for almost 3 weeks. Well, Reya El-Salahi is inside for us this evening. Reya, just tell us how families are coping.
Well, until earlier this week, when you turned on the tap inside one of these homes here in Brixton, this would not have happened. But as of Tuesday, after nearly 3 weeks with no running water, the pipes that led to this water outage were fixed. The problem now being that Guinness Partnership, which is the housing development company that owns this land here in Brixton and owns the homes on it, say that the water coming out of the pipes is not safe to drink. I'm joined this evening by Sofia Kelly and Kelly's 11-year-old daughter, Leah, who have all been without water for the past few weeks. Sofia, tell us how you've coped.
It's been really difficult, to be honest. The first weekend it happened, you kind of hoped that it would be resolved in the first few days, but 18 days of it has been tedious.
Yeah. And Kelly, for you, with a young family, how have you managed without water?
It's been hard. They moved us to a hotel. At first, we were based by Clapham Junction, which was really hard, getting the children to school in the morning, getting them ready, because we had to come back for my son's transport, and trying to get everybody ready with one bathroom. That was really difficult.
Yeah. And you're on half term now, Leah, but you were at school last week and the week before that. How were you coping? What impact did this have?
It didn't have a good impact because I was always late for school, missing the second period, which meant I had to catch up after school.
And Sofia, just tell us a little bit about what other residents living here have said about the impact this has had on their lives over the last few weeks.
The most difficult part was that the lift wasn't working for the first 4 days, and we've got an elderly resident on the top floor who's about 80 plus. So carrying big bottles of water that we bought ourselves up the stairs was really tough.
Bottled water, which we can see beside you here, has been set aside by Guinness Partnership. They offered this to residents and have been doing so over the past few weeks, they say. Has that made life a lot easier? What's your response to the way that Guinness Partnership have been dealing with this?
I don't think they've been clear in communicating what's going on. So we've had running water. We've been told that we can't drink it, but we're then told we can wash with it. So it's kind of hard to wash with water that you can't ingest. How is that even possible? They're not telling us why we can't drink it. I don't really think they're answering questions that we have for them.
Yeah. So what would you like to see happen now? What would you like to see them do?
We would like full compensation for the full, especially in this block, we had 18 days of no water. We don't want the period of time we had no water to be disputed because it's really clear. We don't want to have to feel that we're arguing with the Guinness Partnership. We just really want the issue resolved. We want to be able to live in our homes and drink water and wash ourselves and wash our laundry as well.
How have you coped with no running water at all for the last 18 days? How do you live in a house with no running water?
It was really tough because you couldn't even flush the toilet. It felt dirty in here. You had a whole load of dirty washing that was going undone, and cooking was impossible because if you handle raw meat, you don't want to pick up a bottle of water to wash your hands. So it was just really difficult, and it didn't feel like the regard was there at all.
Guinness Partnership, for their part, say that they have been delivering bottled water. They will continue to do that until the water supply has been properly tested. They also say that a disruption payment has been given to customers for the inconvenience and that arrangements are underway for a further payment. What do you make of that?
They have started giving out payments. I don't think they've made it widespread. So they send text messages and they'll have social media updates. We have a lot of elderly residents. They're probably not on social media. So I think it's more word of mouth, how it's being spread, that they are making these payments, and they're also taking service charge out of the payment. So they're expecting us to pay a service charge for a period where we couldn't even live in our homes.
So just briefly, if I'm getting this right, you're asking for a full repayment of all the money that you would have spent on this property over the last 18 days, is that right?
Absolutely, and I think buying ready-to-eat foods, transport for people that were in hotels, reimbursement for food that they were purchasing in hotels, all these expenses they don't think about, they need to be repaid.
Okay. Really good speaking to you. I should say that we have asked a representative of Guinness Partnership to speak to us this evening. Unfortunately, no one was available. They did, however, send the following statement. They say, "We are happy to say that the water has now been restored to all blocks at Loughborough Park. We'd like to apologise again for the disruption our customers have experienced." They've gone on to say that as a purely precautionary measure, as the pipes have been dormant for a period of time, we are advising customers not to drink the water until we have tested it to ensure it is suitable for drinking. Residents here in Brixton calling for a full refund for the 18 days they were left with no running water in their South London homes.
OK, Reya El-Salahi there for us in Brixton. A difficult time for those residents of the Loughborough Park Estate.